Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is May 12, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content. You come back for more. If this is first time hit my YouTube channel, I like to talk about online reselling. I like to talk about eBay and e-commerce just in general. So if you want to learn more, to become a better seller, better informed, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post on the videos, please hit that bell notification icon. Okay, you read the title. eBay is retiring the Powerseller program. Now, people want to know what is the difference between a Powerseller and the top-rated seller. Actually, you could classify it in three different ways. Well, three ways, actually. You got the Powerseller, then you got the top-rated seller, and you got top-rated seller plus. Now, we're going to go over that there. But anyway, before we get into the whole thing about power selling and about the program being removed and stuff like that, boy, I went on the eBay community chat board, and there's so many people out there seem like a little upset over it. I just want to share this, and this is my personal opinion on it. So if people have a different take on it, that's fine. Like the old saying is, we all have our own opinions, right? We could all think for ourselves, and we all decipher things a little different than others, right? And what I'm telling you now is based on my own experience and what I think, why eBay may be kind of putting this thing to sleep. First off, I'll be honest with you. I think this is my personal take on it. Now, I didn't contact eBay to verify it. Like I said, I'm just throwing it out there. When you really think about a power seller, okay, and we're going to talk about that in a second. I got another window up, but I just did a Google search on it. What is a power seller? And you'll see what I'm talking about. With the way sales have been for some of us small sellers, I'm a small volume seller, as you guys know. For those who follow me, I've been repeating that over and over again. I don't have a 500 or 1,000 items listed. I was just on a YouTube channel where a person's got 16,000 items listed. He claims he makes $2,000 a month or whatever, and that's great. Kudos, I don't have that kind of resources and I don't have a warehouse to store 16,000 items. But hey, if the person's claiming they make that kind of money, kudos, I wish them all the best. But for the most part, a small-time seller like myself, I don't really, to be honest with you, bring a lot of revenue in for eBay. And a lot of us small sellers don't, because if you think about it, they're getting their final value fees. So, for a small seller like myself, eBay's not making tons of cash off me, as opposed to a person like that's got 16,000 items. He's probably got the the Anchor subscription package. I think that's the one where you have so many items. I think, if I'm not mistaken, as a store subscription, don't quote me on this, I think it's $2.99 a month or something along that line. I don't know, I could be wrong. I got to start a store subscription. I only pay $4.95 a month. And that's based on a yearly basis. If you do it on a month-to-month, I think it's $7.98 or something, or $7.95 a month. So being I do it yearly, it comes out to be a little cheaper in the end, which it does. It's $4.95. You get 250 listings, and right now for a small-time seller like me, that's perfect right now. Actually, if I really wanted to really scale it down and really be cheapo, I could just go with eBay's 50 free listings a month. You get that for free. You get 50 listings. As far as I know, I don't know if I thought I heard somebody said they anteed up to 100. I don't know about that, but I remember remembering hearing about 50 free listings a month. But anyway, so for me, that subscription service works out good. The other thing I have to say in regards to this is, you can see right here. This is what I got. Actually, this was probably sent out yesterday, I guess, right? Well, it says May 11th. Today's the 12th. And I guess I didn't read it because, like I said, I've been doing other stuff. It goes on to say, here it is, all right? We're retiring the Powerseller program. Dear shopper RJ Pasini, for great deals as a Powerseller, you're one of eBay's most trusted and valued sellers. While the Powerseller program is part of eBay's heritage and is providing a meaningful badge for sellers, it is now exists alongside the eBay top-rated seller program. Okay, and then it goes on to say, because top-rated seller program offers more meaningful seller recognition as a wider set of benefits, we have made a decision to simplify our seller program and retire the Powerseller program as a badge as of June 2021. It has been inspiring to see how the power sellers have shaped eBay since the launch of the program more than 20 years ago. And now we encourage you to continue eBay journey as part of the top-rated seller program. Learn more about it what it means to be a top-rated seller. And I already clicked that link on so we can go there. Also, it goes over here. Then after that part there, it goes on to say here, so that you don't lose your benefits of being a power seller, starting June 20th, your 7 calendar day grace period for negative and neutral feedbacks will now be included in your top-rated seller program, which is good. I guess, I don't know. I mean, the way they make it sound like it's supposed to be okay. And in recognition to your contribution as a power seller, we have created a special certificate, which you could personalize and download here. And I did. And that letter I just read to you, I put it over here. Okay, you can see right there. Same thing I just read to you is what's over here. And this is what it looks like. There's what it looks like. Now you're probably saying, geez, you sound like you're so excited. No, it's not that. You know, when I started on eBay back in 1999, it took it over 20 years ago, eBay used to give, what do you call it there? I guess recognition or certificates or whatever. Like if you did 50 sales, whatever, you would get a certificate or something like that. I know I have it in one book here. Let me see. Hold on for a second. If I have it here, it should be here. Maybe not. Let's see if I have it here. If I do, I'll show you. If not, I'll have to show you another time because I don't want to take too much of your time here. Probably not here. Yeah, they would give you. Yeah, it's not here. I thought I had it in this booklet here, my loose leaf. I guess not. It's they would give you one there, like, you know, that if you did 50 sales, you would get a certificate. If you did 500, you get another one with the star and stuff like that there, and so on and so forth. They did away with that a long time ago. Okay. Now with the program here, with this top-rated seller thing, a power seller program, here's what the certificate says. You can see here it says you're a power seller community. Richard J. Pasini, thank you, Richard J. Pasini, for 2 years. And over here, 2 years of leading by example as an eBay power seller. Okay, it's nice to have. People might say, what's the big deal? I remember doing talking about. I did a video once before about this here, about the certificates and stuff like that, about getting them. And somebody wrote back to me and said, "Why do you make a big deal over it? What's so great about having these things?" I don't know. People like these. I like them. You know, that's my thing. But I didn't take it offensively. But the person's like, "What's the big deal if you have a certificate? You know, you want to put it on your wall? Who knows? I don't know. I liked it. I like the idea of having these things. Will I keep this? Of course. Yeah. I think look, I've been with eBay for over 20 years. Now you might say, well, this only shows 2 years. Well, here's the takeaway. Now here's what I want to share this with you guys. When it comes to being a power seller, you could easily lose this if you don't meet their criteria, their threshold. Okay, now you might say, well, what's their threshold? Their threshold is right here. Let's go over here with this thing here, like I printed out. Not printed out, I just went to Google search. Let me read this here. It says, power sellers are eBay sellers that maintain high sales volume. Well, this is to them, it's high sales volume of a nominal period of time while managing to maintain a reasonable customer service standards. $3,000 in U.S. sales. And a sales volume over the past 12 months, and 100 transactions over the past 12 months, with the feedback of 98% positive or better. Now, I only picked because they wanted you to pick a date out here as to when, because I didn't want to say 1999 because I wasn't a power seller back in 1999. I lost it at one point. I think I did a video. If you can see one of my videos, it says I lost my power seller status. It's because I didn't meet the threshold for that year, that following year, whatever it was. And this year I did. So when you do over $3,000 and that there, you get the little icon there. And the icon that you get is when you're a power seller is like over here when you go to, let me see if I go to this window here. I know I got a lot of windows. You see over here? Yeah, that's my big bill. Look at that, my $495, right? Right up here, you see where my mouse cursor is? As of June 20th, this will no longer be there. Okay? It says member is a power seller. This will no longer be, it's going to disappear. All right? But that's what they're talking about. But otherwise, going back to this again, with this here as far as a power seller, that's what it used to be. That was the threshold. Now, if you don't meet the threshold to become a power seller, with the sales being so slow as they are for me, they probably figured, why have something like that there? Why impose a threshold? Now you might say, come on, man, you mean to tell me you can't make at least $3,000? This year's been pretty not too good. I'll be honest with you. Small-time sellers now, and here's the other thing too. Even if you're not a small-time seller, I've been on the eBay community chat board, and I remember reading, I don't know where it is, people say you should have taken a snapshot of it. It was on a community chat board. And the person said, I have over 1,500 items. Listen, that's a lot of items to me. It is not like that other guy's got 16,000 items, but this guy had 15. He goes, I'm not making any sales. That's what the person wrote in the community chat board. I'm not telling no lies here, stories here to do a video. I'm just telling you like it is. Okay? I don't, when it comes to doing videos, I tell it like it is, folks. I don't sugarcoat anything. If you want to hear you want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, that's the way I'm going to do it. I come out and I tell it like it is. Okay? And you go in the community chat board, you could type in stuff yourself and you'll see the things that people write in there. And these are people like you and I that have, that are either eBay sellers or buyers. And they go on an eBay community chat board and they sit there and basically they voice their concerns and issues about what situations they're having with eBay. Okay? There's a lot of things, a lot of variables with this here. Okay? Let's face the facts. With eBay, okay, the last time I did a Google search on how many active sellers there were on eBay, this said 25 million. Active sellers. Okay, that's what I remember looking on Google. Now I'm not putting those figures out there. That's what I'm reading off of Google. Okay, so there is a lot of competition out there. Now I've been to a couple other sellers that have YouTube channels, and these people they sound like they're complaining. We didn't do too good at sales, so we only got 10 sales. So I usually like to do 15 a day. I would love to do 15 a day. I'd love to do 20 a day. Okay, it's just not happening. Now, people may say, well, that's because maybe the stuff that you're selling is not desirable. It's not something people look for. That's true. That's true. Maybe overpricing. Maybe there's a couple of variables. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't like the way the photos look, because you always hear these things. Take good photos because that could turn the buyers off. Maybe a description you didn't describe it. Whatever. There's a whole gamut of things where people are going to make these excuses up as to why you're not making sales. Let's face the facts. There's a lot of competition out there. Okay. All right. When you got 25 million active sellers out there selling stuff, I'm not saying all 25 million of them are selling the same exact things you're selling, but there are people selling those items. I mean, just for yourself. Look for a specific item, right? Whatever it may be. I like to deal with electronics more. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the inventory I have. And you will see there are going to be a lot of thousands of hits or hundreds of hits on that same item that you're selling out there. Okay? So, you're not like, it's not like, you're special. You're the only one selling that rare item that nobody else is selling. Okay? I thought the same thing at one point. I said, this item doesn't look like it. But how do you know? Unless you do your research. And you really got to dig into it. And let me tell you something, folks. There is so much stuff out there to learn with selling and stuff like that, and just to become a better seller in general. I mean, I go crazy. This morning, well, now it's afternoon over here. I'm on the East Coast of New York. It's a little after 12 noon. Okay? I spent the last 3 hours looking and doing research on this stuff, trying to decipher what's good. How am I going to explain this to you guys out there and stuff? For those are newbies, how am I gonna incorporate this here where you're gonna get an overall grasp about what I'm referring to as far as with this Powerseller program and a top rated seller and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to do the best I can explaining the way I see it. Okay. And hopefully you guys are gonna take away from it. But in regards to the Powerseller program, I am not upset that they're getting rid of it. They're retiring it. Okay. It's like anything else, with eBay, every year with the spring seller update, like they have it every year, right? There's going to be changes, and it's going to keep coming over and over again. You're going to see changes probably throughout the year, okay? As long as I've been on eBay, I remember getting those all the time. We're upgrading this, we're changing this around. So if you're new to eBay, get used to it, because that's what's going to happen. And when the program comes out, the spring seller update, for that year, for right now 2021, you can still read it. Read what they're referring to, okay? They're giving a head up to all the buyers and sellers, okay? Buyers are also sellers as well, okay? So they're giving it on both platforms to both, the buyers and the sellers. Read the program and see what it's all about. You'll give you a little better idea. That's why I tell you guys, especially if you're new or you think about selling eBay, go to the eBay community chat board and read the latest comments of what's going on, or I should say the latest announcements and the latest comments too. You'll be surprised of what people are complaining about out there too. Excuse me. So it's really good to be abreast of what's going on. It'll make you aware of what you shouldn't be doing. Okay? That's why when I created this YouTube channel, It started off doing demo videos, sneak peek videos, and intro videos, okay? And I have to honestly say, and I say this in my other videos, I have to give kudos to eBay. eBay is the one that got me started with YouTube, okay? And then one thing curtailed into another, okay? And here I am today doing the reseller news and Let's Talk eBay, all right? And it all started with eBay. I have to answer because when I started a YouTube channel, it's like, what am I going to do on here? How am I going to start this? What am I going to talk about? And lo and behold, that's how it all progressed into where I am today. Okay, but with that set aside, so anyway, let's get back to this again here. When you click on here, the top rate seller, we're going to get that window in a second. Here, they also give you the option to print out your recognition, your special certificate here, okay? You can print it out here, and when you print it out, when you go to it, clicking on over here, it goes on to say, in 1998, eBay began recognizing sellers with both superior sales and service. As a power seller, you help make eBay the most dynamic marketplace in the world. Now celebrate your contribution. When you click over here to create your certificate, they're going to want you to put your first, last name, and the year you became a power seller. Now, I was probably a power seller probably, I don't know, maybe for at least good 4 or 5 years, but this says only 2 because like I said, I didn't meet that threshold 1 year, and they bumped me off again. Okay, so I went back, I got all the power seller status, and now I became it. I think it was back in 2019 to the present. So you figure 2019, yeah, so it's 2 years. You can lose it if you're not making enough sales. You could lose it, plain and simple. And that's what you're going to do if you want to print this out. If you want one of these to keep as a momentum, because I even what do you call it? I did a snapshot. I saved this as in my system, my computer files, to have, just to, in case I ever lose it or eBay decides to. I think with eBay stuff, I don't know how long it stays in there. Even if you archive it, I don't know if it stays there for months, years, I don't know. So I figure I made a snapshot of it as well. I photocopied it in my computer. But anyway, well, that's me. Some people might say, hey, you really let those things bother you? You really like to keep things like, yeah, why not? Why not? It's, it's something I like. So anyway, they give you the opportunity to do that there, all right? So now you have an idea of what the power seller is, okay? You can see it over here. Power sellers are eBay sellers that have maintained a high sales volume. Now, to them, their high sale volume is 3,000 sales in U.S. sales. Now, if you were going to become, just to throw this out there really quick, a titanium seller, now back then they're probably getting rid of that as well, unless they still have that, you would do 150,000 a month, okay? But you don't see, I don't know of any titanium sellers right now that I know of, but to be a titanium power seller, that's why I understand you got to do at least 150,000 a month, unless that changed. Okay, all right. So anyway, I got my little letter like this here this morning. Well, I read it this morning, came out yesterday, and I wasn't upset over it. It didn't bother me. I said, okay, well, it is what it is, right? So let's bump out of here. All right, and then when you click on the top rate seller, this is what the levels are: seller levels and performance standards. Okay, make sure your buyers receive great service from all our sellers. Here, it says over here, making sure buyers receive your great service from all our sellers is one of our top priorities. Our seller levels and performance standards help you track your performance and let buyers shop with confidence. Okay, look, I'm all for it. If this is part of eBay's criteria in order to be a top-rated seller or top-rated plus whatever, I'm all in. Okay, my buyers are my number one priority. I will work with you guys. I don't have many items listed right now. I think I only have a total of 94. I have retired. I have actually not retired. I got a list over here like some of the stuff that you see here. It's about 6 pages. I have other ones here, but I have purged a lot of items out that was stagnant, was sitting there for months, maybe over a year, and I purged a lot of them. I think it's a total of 80 or something like that. I didn't have much on there, folks. I only had, before I purged, I think I had 166 or something along the line. Yesterday I made a sale for an LG 18T phone, whatever, a little flip phone. Someone bought that yesterday. First sale for me. That was purchased yesterday. So anyway, that's that. All right, so I'm all, like I said again, I'm all into providing excellent service to my buyers. And like I said, if you do check my listings out, please do. And if you do, buy with confidence. I offer free 30-day returns, and so on and so forth. Check out, and I always tell people, if you're going to buy anything from me, please read the feedback from other sellers, other buyers before making that decision to buy from me. Just see what people have to say about my services. I will work with you in any which way I can, okay? I mean, I want to provide good service to you guys. So, I just want to throw that out there. All right. So then it goes on to say here right now they talk about me. This is, of course, it's on my page here. It says, your current seller level is top rated based on your current defect rate. If you were evaluated today, your seller level would be top rated. Your next evaluation will be May 20th, 2021. So next week sometime, I'm going to be reviewed again. Okay, detailed breakdown of your seller performance is on your seller dashboard. So when you go to your seller dashboard, and we click it on, it's going to give you right over here. Okay, your seller, this is me. Of course, you can see this is me right up here. It says your past seller level. Okay, it's top rated, so on and so forth. So we just seen that there. Okay, so that's what we got going on here. All right, so let's get out of here. You could check this stuff out later on your own with your, well, it'll be with your account, not with mine. So we're going to bump this out here. And don't forget, if you want to get that certificate, you just got to click on that little thing. If you got the same notification I got, if you're a Powerseller, print it out. I mean, what do you got to lose? I mean, it's nice to have, right? Just go here and just put in that information. All right, so let's click this out here. Wow, this is from the eBay community chat. This is their site. The information I'm giving you folks is not from me, okay? I mean, I express my own concerns and issues about certain topics, but this is coming from other people. This is an open forum, so it's not like I'm showing you stuff that can't be seen, that's not, not allowed to be shown. This is on eBay's community chat board. So as you can see here, it goes, is this a scam or legit? Upcoming Powerseller changes by eBay. I don't know why people are upset with it. I really don't know why. But look at over here, related content. Powerseller announcement. Powerseller announcement. No more Powerseller program. Received this email on eBay. We're retiring the Powerseller program. I don't know what the big deal is. They're retiring. It's no big deal, right? It says, as a Powerseller, you're one of eBay's most trusted value sellers. All right. So now these are people writing in, okay, that you could do that. That you could. Whoops. Oh no. Now they want to do an update. That's another thing that drives me crazy. Microsoft, please stop doing these updates when I'm doing my videos. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah. I mean, that's another thing. I'm not to get off the topic here. Microsoft's been giving so many updates lately. It's driving me crazy. It drives me crazy because it happens like when I'm doing it like this. I'm doing a video now, right? And they come up with this thing here. All right. Yeah, so if you look at them and it's like, click them on here and there's another one over here. Let's see. Powerseller announcement. All right. Now, this is from eBay community team. Okay. You can interact with them because you can reply, if I'm mistaken here. Yeah, right over here. You can reply to them if you sign up with this here. And it just says over here, hi all. Thank you for your feedback and support following our recent announcement of changing the Powerseller board. When we first shared this news, we also announced that we've created a new group. We hope you'll join. There is one. If there is, I want to join it. See? Okay, let's see here. I don't know. I got to find out about this here, but I definitely, if they start a new group, I definitely want to join it. That's how I am with eBay. I'm all in. I want to be part of the group. I want to be part of the gang, so to speak. But you can read more into this here. Go to the eBay community chat board if you want to get a lot of information. Okay, and when you go there, you could read the latest announcements. Let's go to the announcements really quick. And here's the latest announcements. Now, I talked about this in my other videos. If you are thinking about selling, maybe if you are a newbie, now these videos I produce are basically for the newbies. And if you're an avid seller, maybe you are a seasoned seller like me, you've been on eBay for many years, maybe you never took the time to go check out eBay community chat boards. But you should. You can never learn enough. Believe me. I've been in the IT field for many years, okay? And let me tell you, with computers, there's always something to learn. You can't tell me you're a person's a know-it-all. I mean, I didn't want to get into it because I remember when I was in mainframe back in the day, we worked at a data center. We used to have manuals from IBM like this here on big trays and stuff like that, and we had to always decipher certain codes and stuff like that. So unless you're a know-it-all, you're gonna want to know. You want to keep abreast of what's going on, and that's why I do these videos here. Okay, folks, is to keep you informed. And if, like I said again, if you also want to be a little up to date too, when I do the reseller news, check that out too. If you got the time. I know sometimes my videos run long, folks, but there is so much stuff I want to share with you guys, and I can't do it in 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, yeah, I could cut the segments down if I want to just do a brief overview really quick. like a little snippet of what's going on within e-commerce. I could do stuff like that, maybe a 5 or 10 minute video. But I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys. I can't combine. I can't combine it into taking 40 minutes or whatever and put it into a 10-minute sequel. I mean, it would be, you're not going to get the full benefit of it, So that's why my videos do go a lot longer, and I do apologize, but I got to get this stuff out to you guys. To me, it's my job, I want to keep you guys informed. I want you to become good sellers. I want you to know what's going on within e-commerce and what's going on within eBay, especially if you're a seller or thinking about selling on eBay. But anyway, check out the latest announcements. We'll scroll down really quick. We're not going to open them up. But like I said over here, here's one. eBay and the digital collectibles. Our tech-led reimagination continues. New cancel function I talked about yesterday in my video, if you've seen it. Seller Spotlight, right? 7 questions with Sandra Gustard of the Fountain of Pimento Oil. She talks about her story. Here's another one. Here's the 7 questions of Trong, I can't say his name, Nigel, Home Brewer Lab, whatever. These are the peoples in the Seller Spotlight. And then you go down a little more. You got eBay's Q1 2021 business results. Here's an update. USPS first class packages now showing and listing flows. Okay, so they got a lot of stuff, you folks. eBay puts out so much information. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. If you can't learn from here, I mean, with all the stuff they're putting out, look at this here. We're expanding eBay standard envelope shipping service, no more categories. New coded coupons tool now live from eBay store subscribers. Well, now I have to check that out because I don't know. I would think it pertains to me because even though I got the starter store. TerraPeak research tool is now free to all sellers. I remember when you had to use this here, you had to have a basic store subscription, and that's the only way you can get it. Now it's open to all the sellers right here, black and white, folks. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of the TerraPeak product research tool. Okay. The other thing I want to share with you guys before we go into the other stuff is if you get a chance, when you go to the seller news, you go to discussions new to eBay. They got buying and selling. If you look over here to the right of it, getting started, buying and selling basics, starting an eBay business, eBay selling coaching classics. You go definitely check out right up here, okay, the eBay Business Podcast. Now, yesterday it came out. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, okay? It comes out on Tuesdays, unless they changed out without me knowing. No, it came out on Tuesdays. Yesterday's the 11th right here. This is the newest one, episode 140, okay? Up and running, grant recipient. I can't make the guy's name. I don't want to say it wrong. But you could check it out over here, okay? And it comes out every Tuesday. And they all range in time. Sometimes at 45 minutes, sometimes at 50 minutes. Depends who they have on, how deep they get into those conversations. Definitely check out this. eBay also has a YouTube channel. A few of them, too. Not just one. They got a few of them. eBay for Business. Oh, my God. I can't think of the other ones right now. But they have other ones there. Definitely check it out. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. These are some of the stories, and it archives. You can go back and listen to earlier podcasts if you choose to do so at your own leisure, So far, like I said, there's 140 of these right now, right? Yeah, I think there's 140. So that's how many episodes there are so far since the inception of it starting, okay? What happened was Griff, if you see the man over here, right here, well, over here he is, he had a show that had voice marketing habits called the eBay Radio. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. eBay Radio, it used to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it would come on California time, 11 o'clock. New York time was 2 p.m. And they had the Powerseller, I think, was on Thursdays. And they would talk at the Powerseller hour, something like that there. And I listened to it religiously. Okay, when I was working my full-time job, I'd put it on at night because you could listen to the archives later on. You could play it at your leisure. And I listened to it religiously. And they put a lot of good things. They had a good guest on there. And Lee Maribor was part of the co-host with Griff, who still works for eBay and is now doing the podcast. And I learned a lot from them as well. Okay, they really keep you in the loop. But now they got rid of that. She retired. I guess, it was time come to retirement. And, she's off now. And now Griff, I don't know, I guess it was, I don't know if he's made this, put this together with eBay, said, hey, now we're off eBay Radio from voice marketing. Maybe we should do eBay for podcast. And here it is. So definitely check it out if you get a chance, okay? And again, they got the groups, eBay categories, antiques, whatever, business insights, local seller events, eBay sellers. They got a whole bunch of stuff here on the eBay community chat. All right. So now with that there, let's go to the next one over here. Top rated seller power. Here's a top seller. and Powerseller difference. We're going to knock these windows out as we go along. Again, I became a top-rated seller shortly after I noticed the top-rated seller icon has been removed and replaced with the Powerseller icon. These are people still talk about the Powerseller program. I read the description of both. Did I win or lose? I'm so confused. Look, in regards to the Powerseller, you very rarely would see the badge anyway. Okay, to be honest with you, unless you put it in your description, whatever. You never really seen the Powerseller badge, to be honest with you. In the earlier days, you did. You would see the little guy out there, the little Powerseller guy. They did away with that. Excuse me. So now they don't have that anymore. So all you see now is a top-rated seller plus badge, and that there, how you're going to get that is if you meet again certain criteria. So we're going to get to that as well. But again, you can see people are very concerned about this here. They're very concerned about, the Powerseller program retiring. I'm okay with it. Like I said again, I'm okay with it. Let's see over here for a second here. I want to try to keep everything together if possible. Okay. This is the top-rated seller program. Okay, in case you're wondering. All right, for those now, we're going away from the Powerseller program. Now we're going to the top-rated seller program. Okay, we're kind of like transitioning in. Okay, we're moving out. We're getting rid of the old. We're coming with the new. Okay, what's the top-rated seller program? So it goes on to say, sellers who deliver exceptional customer service may qualify for eBay's top-rated seller program. We support top-rated sellers with exclusive benefits that can, and I'm getting messages over here. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. And that just threw me off. Top-rated sellers with exclusive benefits that you can boost your listing visibility, improve conversion, save money, and protect you from abusive buying behavior events outside of your control. And that tells you the benefits of being a top-rated seller. Top-rated sellers receive enhanced visibility in eBay search results and exclusive seller protections. By becoming a top-rated seller, you will also be eligible to receive top-rated plus seal that will prominently displayed on with your qualifying listings. The top-rated plus seal lets shoppers know that you can buy with confidence when they purchase your items. And what is the top-rated seller seal? It just says plus on it. But anyway, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying. And then it goes on here, additional seller protections for top-rated sellers. It goes, we'll protect all sellers from the abusive buying behavior from the events outside of their control. Your track record matters on eBay, and we'll support you when when you deliver on your service and promises and provide a good buying experience. Okay. So this is basically what it is. And to qualify as a top-rated seller, in case you're wondering how to qualify for one, to become a top-rated seller, you must meet the following guidelines. An eBay account has been active for at least 90 days, 100 or more transactions, and $1,000 in sales during the last 12 months with U.S. buyers, a defect rate less of 0.5% with three or fewer defects from unique buyers, cases closed without seller resolution, less than equal to 0.3% or 2 fewer cases, and a late shipment less than equal to 3% and 5 or fewer late shipments. Tracking uploaded within your stated handling time and carrier validation for 95% of the transactions to U.S. buyers. Once you meet those requirements, we will automatically upgrade you to top-rated seller status in your next evaluation. Okay? And then it goes on to here, take your seller performance to the next level with top-rated plus. I know, right? They should just do away with the top-rated seller, just say top-rated seller plus or whatever, or just change it all together. It says a top-rated seller, you can qualify for top-rated seller plus seal in addition to benefits when your listings offer following services. Same, now this is going to become top-rated plus now, remember. Same or 1 business day handling and a 30-day or longer free return period with the money-back option. You could choose to offer these in some of your listings. For listings that qualify, you earn the following benefits. Top-rated seller plus displayed prominently in the search results on your listings description, and you get a 10% discount on your final value fees. Now, was it not last year or year before, whatever it was, it used to be the top, sellers would get, eBay sellers, I guess top-rated sellers, would get 20% off. They cut that down to 10. What can I say? Right? So you get 10% discount final value fees. They did away with it. What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. We're on their platform, so we got to abide by their rules. You know what the old saying, you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, right? All right, let's bump out of here. Okay, we already talked about this here, top-rated versus top-rated plus. But you can see, and this is on the eBay community chat. As I said, if you want to read more of these interesting stories, go to the community chat and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, I'm not going to get too much into that, but I'm just sharing that with you. This here is the your seller protections. This comes monthly, okay, and it'll go on to say here. This comes from eBay. This came May 5th. I'm sorry. And here's what it is. I've already read this here, but I'm just sharing. Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. A top-rated seller. You are automatically protected and will receive this summary on a coverage each month to see how you're protected below. Your seller protection summary. Last month, feedback removed 0, defects removed 0, return label credit 0, partial refund 0. Last 12 months, feedback 1 was removed, defects removed, and 0, 0 again on here. Top-rated seller protection. It goes on to say top-rated seller protection eligibility. When you deliver the service, a promise of goods, so on and so forth. This is what you have here. Active listings could be protected by offering. This is what they tell you. If you want to have that service, active listings that could be protected by offering a 30-day returns. Okay, active listings protected because you offer 30 days, 100%. Okay, and then it goes over here. Last but not least, to maintain your protections, continue being a top-rated seller, offer 30-day returns, and follow eBay selling policies. Learn more about the seller protections, and you would click those on because active hyperlinks, and it'll take you to another window. But we're not going to do that. All right. And I think we already did this here. We already did the seller dashboard, right? We did that. We did this here. That's what I was telling you. After June 20th, this little Powerseller guy will no longer be there, and that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. And again, this is what we have here in regards to the top-rated seller or seller protection thing here. Anyway, I don't have too much more to say on as far as the eBay seller program. If you want to get one of these here for yourself, I also printed out the letter, kept it in the back as well. You might want to. It's a good little keepsake. If you don't want to display it in your home office, you could keep it in your binder. That's what I got over here. I got to keep it in my binder along with the other certificates. That's basically all I wanted to share with you guys right now. I can't think of anything else at this point in time. The reseller news, I don't know if we're going to be doing it today. I know I'm getting a lot of Google alerts on that. I know I can do the reseller news today because there is a lot of stuff out there to catch up on. The other day I went through the Google alerts and my email notifications. And it was going to be like, if I was to open up about 15 or 20 windows, and I think to myself, I'm going to have to go through those things and pick out specific ones because there is not going to people going to watch me go through all those windows and expand on each topic. So that's why I said when it comes to doing the reseller news, even this here, I have to really sit and digress on what I'm going to share with you guys. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind putting the information out there. I just don't know how much attention I'm going to get from you guys from putting out all this stuff because after a while you might get bored. I mean, you might get bored watching this. But I just wanted to throw this out there to you guys out there just to let you know that there are changes coming. This is just one of them, but there will be coming. There are other changes coming. You can always find this information out too by going to the eBay community chat. Like I said again, you could read the latest announcements, what's happening, what's going to be happening on eBay. If you haven't checked out the 2021 Spring Seller Update, check it out if you get a chance. Okay, read it. Read what they have to say, what they're offering over there. Like I said again, folks, this is basically what I wanted to share with you. Like I said, it was just this was the title of this here is eBay is retiring the Powerseller program, and I just thought I'd put it out there for you guys. Especially if you're a power seller like me. Not that it makes a difference. I mean, I never really thought much of it. My personal take is I think they're doing away with it for the simple reason. And again, this is my own take on it because I think eBay is realizing that there are, and again, I'm just making this assumption. I know what they say about assuming. They're probably figuring there are probably people out there that are such small volume sellers that even within a 12-month period, they're going to probably not meet that threshold. And I think that's why they're probably getting away with it. That's probably why they're going back to top-rated seller program because they figure in a calendar year, 12-month calendar year, you could at least do hopefully do at least $1,000 in sales within a year. Not that it's anything to write home about. But I think because they upped the threshold with that there, to 3,000, whatever. they're probably eBay's probably saying, we have small time sellers out there that, and it would probably a good majority of them. I don't know exactly how many people are top rated. Not that it makes it, and that's another thing too, folks, I want to share. Don't let this top rated seller or top rated seller plus deter you from selling on eBay. Okay, for the longest time, I was not a top rated seller. Okay, I mean, when I started back in 1999, it was an on-off thing. I don't even remember that program being in place back then. So don't let that there deter you. Say, oh, geez. And let me tell you something else. They're saying by having that little top rated seller plus seal, it makes a difference in sales. I have to agree to disagree with them. For the simple reason is I didn't see an uptick in sales with that. Okay, so you could be a person that may be just an average seller. You may be killing it as a regular seller. So don't let that top rated or top rated plus, change your mindset here. Do what you do. Like I always say, I mean, and you can learn from other people. Here's just a little tip if you want to learn about how to become a better seller. What I do is when I go to other sellers, if I'm buying something, like I don't buy much on eBay. I might look for toner cartridges for my laser printer. I got an all-in-one where I get the ink cartridges. And I always like to look for top-rated sellers, okay? And I always look for people that have 100%. On occasion, I will look. If I see somebody that's got a 97% feedback rating, I will go to that seller and I will look at their negatives, and that's how I learn from them. Not that I follow suit with the same things they're doing, but if you read the negativity on those particular sellers, it should be a light bulb going off in your head, especially if you're taking eBay serious and say, hey, listen, I don't want to, this is what I don't want to do. And if you look at some of the negatives that these buyers are leaving on there, seller doesn't respond to my questions. Seller does not give a refund. The item wasn't described as described, whatever. The item was defective, was sold anyway. Never received the item, And you see these things like this and you say, geez, these are things I don't want to do. So you could learn to become a better seller by seeing other people's errors or mistakes they made, okay? And the thing is, like I said, of course, you'll learn from it and you'll say why, because that's the first thing that always comes to my mind. And I'm very curious by nature. And when I see a person's got a 97% feedback, it's like, wow, this guy's got to have something wrong. And then when I click on the negatives and I start reading, I said, holy jeez, wow, look at this. This is what the person did. This is what they did. They didn't take. And the buyers, and very rarely, with the buyers in the right, you're not going to see 200. There was one there I went to, a seller had that a 97% feedback, and I looked, and something, with all the negative feedbacks, I don't remember seeing the seller interacting in any way, size, shape, or form, or corresponding with that buyer when it came to certain things. Never got a refund. Some of them, and some other ones they do. They'll say, some people, the buyer might say, never received a refund. The buyer say, well, we refunded them. It could also be buyer remorse too. Don't forget, it works on both ends, folks. There's no one happy medium here. It works on both ends. You might have people out there, sellers that might not do 100%, a sufficient job when it comes to satisfying their buyers, and vice versa. Again, you might get buyer's remorse. You might get a buyer that just wants to complain about something. Or let's say, like I talked to, just to share this with you guys, I called up eBay yesterday, and I wanted to find out about the new cancellation program there. And I just want to verify with them. And I remember I think I told you, it's in yesterday's video. I told them that eBay should have, when it comes to returns, they should have it where instead of having item defective or not as described or whatever, defective, not working, whatever, they should have something where a buyer could say, would like to return it, not happy with it, or whatever, something on that line, or I don't know, I seen it cheaper elsewhere, whatever, but make it where it's not going to give the seller a defect on their account. Because once a buyer puts item not as described, or item is defective, does not work, or item is not as described, those become defects on the seller's part. And the reason I'm saying this, I shared it yesterday in the story, and I'll share it again. I had sold a Keurig coffee maker to a buyer. The buyer receives it. Now, mind you, it's tested over and over and over again. People who follow me or people who purchase items from me, you can see it in the feedbacks. It's, the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. I test these things religiously before I send them out. Okay? Before I put them up on eBay and after when I getting ready to send them out, I will test it one more time just to give it the once over. This person, I did that, all right, with my Keurig coffee makers. I did that. The person gets it maybe about a week later. I get this, a return coming back, right? eBay notifies you have a return coming back. The buyer wishes to return the item, something along that line. I get the item back. I'm reading the reason for returns. A coffee maker spewing coffee grains all over the place. It's leaking like crazy. I want my money back. I also want a full refund. I want plus my shipping. Now I offer 30-day free returns, so they're going to get the shipping. But this buyer was berating me with all this here demands. Telling me just making all these things. These there weren't even true statements there. Okay, so I said okay. I messaged back. Okay, no problem. Please send it back. And I'll give you a full refund. I get the item back. This is the truth. I get the item back. Test it out. Everything that the person was talking about was false. Now, here's the thing. If a buyer buys something from somebody and they don't want it, eBay's got to have it where I seen it cheap, but they should put something, instead of having those other option things there when it comes to returns, instead of having item not as described, not working, whatever, they should have it different. Buyer wishes to return the item, they've seen it cheaper, or they changed their mind, something along that line. And this way, it doesn't become a defect on your part. The way eBay has it set up is when they put those words in there, that wording, item not as described, defective, not working, or item is not as described, whatever, it becomes a defect. And that goes on your record as a seller, especially if you're trying to maintain a good seller reputation. If they give you a negative feedback, that doesn't help either. Matter of fact, I had to have it removed. That's how bad it got. I had all the proof in there. I contacted the eBay teammates. I wrote them a nice memo there, a letter to them. I shot it off to them, and I explained in detail what was going on. I had the proof that everything was working good. And lo and behold, the next day I got congratulations. We removed that negative feedback from you. It was all false. Okay? Now, I heard of buyers, I don't know if you heard of it, but buyer's remorse. If you don't want something, if you purchase something from me, you don't need to make an excuse up or say item not as described or defective, not working. It's not defective, it is working. And if anybody puts down item not as described, that's false too. Okay? I already had it where a buyer bought something without even reading the description. When they got it, they sent it back. They wanted to send it back. And the person I messaged, I go, didn't you read the description? And the person goes, oh, I didn't read the description. So you buy things, I felt like, I wouldn't do it, but I felt like telling them, so in other words, you just buy this thing haphazardly without reading the description? I read everything verbatim. That's like going to a car dealership and you want to know, you see a beautiful car sitting there. Don't you want to know what the bells and whistles are? What is this thing coming with? Is it coming with air conditioning, sunroof, or upgraded stereo, whatever? Don't you want to know what's in the car? Don't you want to read the description of it? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. But yet that's what the buyer said. Exact words. OS, I didn't read the description. I pointed it out to eBay. Okay? Because that's what she messaged me back. And that's the thing too. When you're doing business with eBay, the correspondence that goes back between you as a seller and the buyer, eBay they're privy to that. They get to see everything that goes back and forth. And I said it once before and I'll say it again. Be careful how you handle that. Okay? You don't want to get into a situation where you're using profanity. If they're using profanity, that's bad on their part. But if you keep a cool head, not that it happened to me, but I'm just giving you a heads up. eBay, just like they record the phone calls. Okay? They do that for training purposes too, but it's also another good way to protect them too. If people say stupid things, bad things to them, they got it on recording. Okay? But the thing I'm trying to say is, when it comes to corresponding with the buyer, if they're very upset with something, be very cool, calm, collective, and just say, okay, I'm very sorry about that there. I'll give you a full refund. Please send the package back. And let it be like that. And this way, when the time comes, If you have to, convey to eBay about what the situation is, it's all there. It's all documented on eBay's messaging system, and they will see it. And I have to honestly say, being on eBay, and not because I've been on eBay for over 20 years, that they've done right, that's the reason why they do right by me, it's because I'm in the right. I tell it like it is. Okay? It's like this mouse. Okay, this is a Logitech mouse. And I said it before. If I'm going to sell something, before I put stuff up for on eBay, I will take that item, whatever it is, a mouse, even down to the mouse, right? If it's a little stereo or whatever, an iPad, whatever, I will hold that thing in front of me and I will give it the once over. And I will look to see if I missed anything. Like I said before, let's say I'm writing a description before it goes up on eBay. And let's say I left out, let's say I'm doing an iPad and there's a big scratch on the back of it and I'm getting ready to do it. So I turn around and say, oh my God, I forgot to put that on there. I will list everything on there. Okay? So if people say item is not as described, I would be really shocked unless I had a bad day. Unless I had a bad day, whatever. But for the most part, everything, just as I describe the item, just as I'm looking at it, is what I'm writing on it. Writing about writing the description about. I want to make sure the buyer is aware of it. I don't want no surprises. I don't want the buyer to be surprised and say, geez, the seller sent me this item, said it was in perfect condition. It's got a chip on it, a scratch, a ding or a dent, whatever. It's terrible. The thing's in bad condition. And then you set yourself up for negative feedback. And you want to know what? I can't blame the person for leaving negative feedback. If I did something like that haphazardly, not intentionally, but let's say I wasn't thinking that day, and it happened, I would say, well, I deserve it. But it's not the worst thing in the world, because the negative feedback and defects, whatever, they only stay on for the year. So like I said, and the way it works is this way, in case you don't know, for the newbies. It's for the newbies. If, God forbid, I got a negative feedback today, which is May 12, 2021, that negative feedback will stay there until May 12, 2022. Then it automatically gets removed. It doesn't stay there forever, okay? But in the meantime, depending on what that person wrote about you is going to be seen in your feedbacks. And if they write something bad, that may deter you, or deter a potential buyer. And how do I know that? Because you're looking at a person like that. If I go to a site and I see a seller has got a lot of bad negative press on his account or as a seller, I'm not saying it's to be mean. I would rather go to somebody else. Okay? That's how I feel about it. I'm not saying anything derogative about other sellers. Some people have, look, let's be honest with one another. There are people out there that have buyer's remorse. Maybe they're not happy with the item. Or maybe they really did get something that's not good, and that's how they express themselves. I mean, me personally, I don't know. Feedback, it's good to have feedback, I guess. I mean, it tells a little about this seller. If I was to say no, they should do away with the feedback, you might say, well, what has this guy got to hide here? Is you know what I'm saying? So I mean, to me, I think the feedback does help. Being top rated helps, I think, and keeping 100% positive feedback helps too. I think so. That's my personal take. I don't know. What do you guys think? But anyway, I'm not saying again because and let me tell you something too. Even the person that I looked at, the seller that had the 97% feedback, and he had a lot of negative feedback, he was still making sales. Just to throw that out there. So I'm not saying you might say, "Gee, it's like a contradiction." I'm not contradicting myself. I'm just telling you that person is still making sales. I know it sounds crazy, but the person's still making sales. So again, it's not the worst thing in the world. Some people say, "Hey, it's just eBay." I know it's just eBay, but I'm just trying to say it's not the worst thing in the world. As a newbie seller, you could avoid all that by doing the right thing right from the get-go. Okay, and that's why I share this information. I'm not saying because I'm top rated and all that other stuff there. That to a lot of people that's like hogwash. That don't mean nothing to me. But for the people who take it serious, if you're doing it as a hobby income or just to make some pocket cash or whatever, and you really don't care one way or the other, if you have one negative feedback or 20 negative feedbacks, you're doing it because you just want to, you want extra cash. That's fine. Okay, you could do it that way. It's your business type of thing you want to do, and if you want to do it that way, that's fine. Me, on the other hand, I take it serious. I want to, and not only that, I want to provide good service to my buyers, and I will do anything to make them happy. Okay, when I tell people, if you see the listings and you see something you like, make a best offer. Keep it reasonable. I mean, don't make it so cheap where I'm not gonna, because if it's too cheap, I'm not going to reply to it. I'm not going to counter with the buyer, because if I'm selling something for $5 and you say, well, sell it to me for $1 or $2, I'm just going to decline you off. I'm not going to even bother acknowledging you, because that's really sad. I mean, especially if the item's only $5, right? But I do have items there that are $4.99 with the best offer, which I should take off, but I left them on there for whatever reason. But I mean, I could update that, whatever. But I do plan as time goes on to eventually get rid of the old inventory. Like I said, I just purged a lot of stuff the other day. My whole car, my trunk was filled up, my back seat was filled up, and I got rid of a lot of stuff. I purged a lot of stuff that was sitting there for over, some of it's over a year, for months, and it just wasn't going anywhere. And people say, well, did it have watches on? Some had watches and some wouldn't. And here's the other thing too. Sometimes when you see people watching stuff, they may be watching stuff, but they may be your competition. That's what someone said on one of the community chat boards. They said, don't always think all those watchers are potential buyers. That could be your competition. And I believe it. Because, again, I'm one of those guys that if I'm selling something similar to what that seller's selling for, I will watch it to see if it's sold for that price. Everybody does it. It's not like it's a big secret. Oh, don't say nothing. It's a big secret. People do. All right. I think that's enough. I think I've rambled on enough about this here. I hope the information I do put out to you guys is helpful. Okay? I know sometimes I go off into a tailspin. I start talking about this stuff. I love sharing information with you guys. I like expressing myself to you. I wish more people would interact with me on certain things, but that's okay. Maybe not everybody has things to leave a comment about, and that's fine. I'm all right with that. But if there is things that you want me to talk about, or if you have questions or comments, whatever, leave it down below in there, and keep it nice, and I'll respond to it. I don't respond to bad comments. I just remove them, just to let you know, just to give you a heads up in case somebody wants to type anything bad. I just remove them. I don't get it. I don't interact with people. I'm not going to a cyber war with anybody. But if you want to leave a nice comment, or there's something you want me to talk about, or something you want me to, to revisit something, an old, maybe a video you watched a while back, and maybe you want me to expand on that as to why I did the video, or if there's some kind of changes between then and now, whatever, or whatever it may be, leave a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to help you out and oblige in any which way I can. As I always say in my close of my videos, if you are thinking about selling on eBay, or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you guys all the best in luck and the best in sales. Stick to it, folks. Don't let nothing deter you. Keep pushing on. And like I said again, with eBay, it's all trial and error. It's going to take time to get yourself where you want to be. But never give up on your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, folks, we're going to walk this path once in life. You might as well enjoy it and do something and do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? And share your talents and your dreams, because this is your passion. Some people want to do this full time, and I wish them all the best. It's not an easy road to riches, I'll tell you that. But if you stick to it and you keep at it, what's that thing there? What do you call it there? I got that picture. I'll put up at the end there from Jeff Bezos from Amazon. Little thing, big things start small. It's a good little incentive way to think about it. Yeah, that's Jeff Bezos wrote that. That's when he's sitting in his office. I don't know if you've ever seen the video about Jeff Bezos when he does it. They did a documentary of him, and he's sitting in his an office that he used back then. A door. He took a regular door and made a desk out of it. Hey. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but that's when he was starting off. He shows you a small little office. He looks like he drew a sign at Amazon.com. It looked like he did it in Magic Marker or something like that. And I'll show you the picture. I'll put the picture up there at the end of the series. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to let you guys go. Like I said again, I wish you all the best. Until next time, my name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Let's Talk eBay for May 12th, 2021. Have a great day. Bye-bye for now.